myself in the foot.
Yeah.
But now, it's not so much that anymore. Teammate has kind of broken out of the whole teammate staple and expanding that. And I really, really like that because they were becoming very formulaic.
I agree. I think it's incredibly smart of them to learn new styles to play and get some new compositions out there. And I loved the Game 1 comp. I thought it was a very, very perfect team composition. One that I would, in blind pick, would be happy to run that exact comp again. So, teammate looked good. Maokai, Alistar still removed away. Maokai not going to be given to Kenny. XDG made that mistake and paid for it dearly in Game 1. Nidalee still away from Cali Trolls, though, so I believe no new bans at all for XDG, if I remember properly.
Exactly the same bans here. Teammate, they banned Irelia, Zed, and Alistar.
Yeah.
You're going to have to choose either Irelia or Zed. Thing is, they're going to leave both open. So they might get one for themselves. You know, Kenny, he loves that Irelia.
Yeah.
He's the best Irelia player in North American Challenger, hands down.
Yeah, maybe even just North America, period, because I don't know any really great Irelia players out there. Tristana, though, the first pick. XDG still a high priority on that champion. Teammate really want the Kazakhs, though.
Yep.
And we'll see if they can deny something else like an Irelia or a Zed here. They're leaving both up, though, which is going to be fun.
I don't think Cali's an Irelia player.
No, I don't think he is either.
No, it's too much.
It's way too mainstream.
Yeah, well,
it's been cool for a really long time.
At the same time, though, it's one of those champions that doesn't have early game pressure, which he loves, and he's not the kind of guy who's like, I'm going to sit on a champion for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and then I'll start doing things. He's like, no, I want to do things right at the start of the game.
Yep.
So.
At 45 seconds, I'll be inside your jungle fighting something.
Yeah.
Might be a ward, might be your face. We'll see which one it is. Corki, though, picked up from Maple Street, so already a new look for the team. They say, well, Ziggs is gone, Maokai is gone. Let's do something else. Let's go for the early game aggression after all. Kazakhs Corki kind of showing that already, though. I want to see what else rounds out the lineup. XDG, they could run double AD, knowing that maybe there's nothing to replace Ziggs in that lineup.
Maybe
TF would be decent.
Maybe they'll take AP Kog'Maw.
They could do that.
You also deny them the double AD comp. I don't know. Possible. I mean, they could go for Illusion after that, but there's really just the top ADs. All three of them would be taken out.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Right now, it's going to be the Thresh and the Elise grabbed up for themselves, so not a lot of new lessons. No, maybe a new. Okay, I actually like that a lot as well, though. I think Thresh is such a good laner overall. Thresh, Tristana, a great duo lane to have.
And Blood Boil on Tristana,
wonderful.
Just accelerates her mid-game even further.
Yeah.
Because when you're at 2 items, it just makes it ridiculous.
Yeah, you're pretty ludicrous at 2 items at that point. So if they can get to that stage, XDG will have some very strong team fights. Morgana immediately locked in to deny some of the power of Thresh. Great choice there for that one. So Morgana Corki, a very strong duo lane as well. We'll have to see how that one pays out. And now, will it be the blind pick mid lane or the blind pick top lane now?
Probably mid. It's teammate. I don't think they're going to blind pick their top laner unless they go with the Mundo. But man, if they go with Kayle, that's a flex pick there for them.
Interesting.
I talked about how Cali Trolls is hipster about his Kayle. He played that thing top for so long and was very dominant with it. I actually think he's one of the people who made it very popular.
Nice.
He was just so convincing with it in top challenger that people were like, this is probably really damn good. And when everybody jumped on that train, he was like, rah, 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 get off. And then
get off my lawn.
When it got nerfed, he was like, this sucks.
So he got buffed again.
Got buffed a little bit in the attack speed, and I think the ratio on Righteous
ratio on E went up 0.05 from 0.2 to 0.25 instead of 0.4, which is a little bit high. So that's understandable. So teammate, flex pick. They don't go either way with that one. We'll see where it ends up being. XDG now has to show both their lanes and prepare for Kayle in either, which means if you go for Zed, have fun.
Yes.
Because you're not going to win that late game. Ever.
The fact that he has the intervention now to deal with the death mark, really good job. Like that pick, it'll kind of stop the other one being locked in. And now they're going to go utility. Looks like it is going to be Kenny mid again.
Gonna run the same comp again. Now, I still didn't like Baby Zeus's Dr. Mundo, but it might be a little bit easier with a different matchup. I also like Nunu a lot more with a Caitlyn. I think she actually benefits more from Blood Bowl than Tristana does. Also, Caitlyn's a great mid laner, for what it's worth. So you could see either matchup. I don't know which one's going to get the champion. I know mid Trist is like the usual one, but I can't guarantee that one. I think Caitlyn's great mid here as well. And honestly, I think Kate Nunu is a better sort of siege, like 2-on-1 mid. So in terms of granting more strategic possibilities, I actually would prefer Caitlyn mid if I were XDG.
I think her wave clear takes a little bit more in terms of mana to pull off. Like, that's the thing about Tristan is you can push it. It is going to be a Kale top for Cali. He's going to go back to his roots.
Okay.
That champion has worked wonders for him in the past, and it is really hard to go up against if you are not familiar with the top lane. I don't know how familiar Baby Zeus is. Like, granted, he will play it in solo queue, right?
To be fair, he's faced some Kales
Exactly.
before.
I do not know how practiced he is, though, in things like lane swaps, in terms of ganks or Kazakhs up top. Somebody who plays jungle pretty much almost for a living, or is trying to play jungle for a living and has made it this far. There are a lot of things here, and you know that Slushy on Twisted Fate is going to visit top.
Yep. It's going to happen.
It's going to happen at some point. Either he's going to go bottom off of a binding and then they'll get Dragon afterwards, or he's going to go top and try to just pick on Baby Zeus. He was 0-5-3 last game. Do it again.
Yeah, and honestly, it could be very effective. I do think Teammate are the favorites coming in. They were the favorites at the beginning of the best of 3. Just based on what we'd seen from them overall and the players and the star power they have. After game 1, I mean, it looked like their champion select is obviously very, very strong, and they played the game properly to what their team comp was supposed to do. So here in this one, you have a much better, I think, potential setup. You have, I guess, sort of unfortunately, Thresh instead of Morgana against Twisted Fate. Actually, it helps Slushy be more effective. There's no black shields to face against, but
he gets one himself.
He does get one himself, so he can go in with Black Shield on. He won't walk into a hook immediately, and in fact, there's not even that much magic damage on the team in general, so that might be enough for him. But you don't have the same edge that you do with Ziggs Kazakhs, though. You don't have that same crazy backline reach. You put yourself in a lot more danger. Yeah, you put yourself in a lot more danger to do this as TF. So this comp just might pay out for XDG now, where because they're so low burst, high sustain, Kalot's less important, right? Again, TF's not going to reach them very easily. And if he zone uses something, you just auto attack him when he comes back out. So composition-wise, XDG are now in a much better spot with basically the same team.
Yeah, the fact that there isn't this big tank wall to deal with things, you just basically get one person with intervention as opposed to the entire team has damage reduction. It becomes untargetable for a little while with Twisted Advance. It's just all these things that add up to it. Now, Kale, less CC on this team too.
Yeah.
If you eat a binding, that's really the only thing. Whereas aren't going to eat Twisted Advances or just point and click over and over again. Yeah. So this team, you eat some gold cards if you get in range. Like,
sure.
That's the thing. But you can only stun one of them.
Right.
A lot of different factors here.
Right.
So Teammate, they did come up with a good comp for themselves, but XDG's same comp basically, but it will work better in this situation.
Yep. We'll see if it pays out, man. And we're going to see if those bans on the Maokai and the Ziggs were worth it. If they were afraid of Baby Zeus first pick in that one, of course. They didn't when they were blue side, but still worth a Ziggs ban, I guess. XDG milling out of the base here in the bottom left. And let's see what these teams can do for us. Teammate want to make it, of course, a convincing 2-0. It means they have to show less strategies on their way to the semifinals up against Team Coast if they win.
Team Coast is the team that 2-0'd them last time they met. It's been one of those kind of back and forth, who's the better challenger team, and Coast came out on top last time. Teammate, they want to get back and have that rematch against them and continue on to keep their LCS dreams alive, because they are definitely putting a lot on the line here for this. They have a gaming house. They have Cali Trolls going to school and trying to juggle all these different things while playing. See if they can make their LCS dreams come alive. But XDG at the same time, these are guys who have been grinding solo queue for so long. Kenny has been around the scene. He's collegiate champion at the moment for top lane. Smithy, he wants to get back into the LCS.
Yep.
And hopefully help this team get there.
We'll see if they can do it. Smithy puts the early ward down on his Nunu. Try to set up his lanes. I actually do like the fact that they have a nice beefier front line. It means that they are much more of a sort of rotating artillery platform. Yeah. Make sure your positioning is good, then you're fine. 10Q can play Peel as well.
Attack speed is going to help. It's just going to be armor stacking again, though. But for who? Nobody can really build armor directly on XDG's side without sacrificing some of the damage of the champion that they're playing. Like, none of these guys are innately tanky.
Trinket comes down. Baby Zeus going to stop the invades from being blind. XDG are actually in position to defend this if they wanted to anyway, but basically double lane swap here. Looks like both AD carries will be top side. Teammate going to go in right at 155.
Here it is, binding leveled, so Dodo is committing to act.
But TF is not here. It's a 4v5. Binding misses. Fight starts, but XDG are coming. Flash over. How is he going to get the hook or the flay? He actually doesn't seem to find very much for himself. The flash basically for nothing. Smithy does get his blue up, but Porpoise Pops very low on health. His damage keeps coming through. Dark Binding will land one more time. And not too much is gained.
Yeah, only Flash being burned from 10Q.
Did he start hook and then like
Yes.
hit the golem? Because flash flay would have been great.
He flashed and hooked, and he got porpoise pops, I believe.
Okay. I just expected to see a 4-man flay, and I got surprised that it didn't happen.
No, he didn't get the 4-man flay or the slow afterwards. Instead, goes for the hook. Maybe my eyes to see.
No, I'm pretty sure it was hook, and yeah, I think it might have been porpoise pops, but
it looked like he hooked porpoise pops. But the fact he got away without even using his flash is really big. And the lane swap comes out, 2-on-2 in the top lane. TP used by Callie, but not from Baby Zeus.
I do like this matchup actually with Caitlyn now in the matchup. I think it is better for XDG. It's so hard to reach with Team 8 to do anything useful here, whereas Caitlyn's going to get damage down on you. When you do finally battle, you're actually going to get some decent damage out of the Thresh autos, so I think that will make life a little bit difficult for Team 8 down there.
Ooh. So here's the thing. Depending on how long this lane swap lasts, this is better for Team 8 if they execute the strategy we thought they'd execute. But look at this. Xmithie, he's going for an invade here. This is exactly what they would need to pick on porpoise pops.
The thing is, he has no health right there, so he's got to be real careful. Mundo's coming over already. And of course, with no mana means that porpoise pops can't exactly leap away or do much useful. Xmithie just buying time and saying, I have ward control,
They know
don't
it's
you
warded
dare.
there.
Porpoise, he has to give out this blue buff. I think he has to. Unless TF gets control, which he's not doing against Tristana right now.
Yeah, he can't. It's going to be impossible. He would have to get a perfect smite here, but the fact that it is this Nunu,
He's out leveled too.
level 3 Nunu, gets himself triple buff start.
Great stuff then. Xmithie doing good work now, stealing away the buff. 3-1 by great play of this Nunu.
A big part of how that was able to happen was the fact that it was the invade on XDG's blue.
Yeah.
Delayed porpoise pops getting to his red. So by the time he completed his red, Nunu had completed his own red.
Yep.
So then was able to run over there for that third buff.
And it worked great. So XDG making good mid-game adaptations. And hey, we said Xmithie's game sense was strong. Just wanted to feed him information so far. Information's been good in this game for the man. Lightman is doing a great job against Maple. You can see how far back Corki is forced to play. Caitlyn, people stop playing her, but she is still that amazing lane bully.
Yeah.
And with a Nunu, she does not fall off late game.
That's true. I remember Caitlyn Nunu as a lane.
It's one of the best.
Season 3 was ridiculous. It was ban-worthy. And now speaking of ban-worthy, porpoise pops is actually coming up. Xmithie is here though.
At the same time, takes an Ice Blast. Gold card lands, but whatever. Trading blows back and forth. Thing is, you got a level lead though, so Xmithie pushing him away.
Now he's going to go fight him in the jungle. He's half HP.
Why not?
Go fight him by a camp. Consume. Make sure porpoise pops can't get anything done. You're fighting the Kazakhs. This is the matchup that we saw earlier today. And I was talking about the Nunu just goes and fights the Kazakhs in the jungle. Yeah, he wraps all the way around. Xmithie, he's being a big bully.
Porpoise Pop says, you know, I don't really want to be here anymore, but he has only 400 health right now. Xmithie takes away the big Wraith.
Yeah.
And just keeps screwing up Porpoise Pops.
This is what I thought was going to happen when we saw earlier today in that previous matchup with LoL Pro and Denial, when it was locked in, but he just didn't execute the same moves. A lot of this is off of the delayed start, though, from the blue.
But thing is, any advantage like that, you have to actually...
Oh, yeah, you push it.
You have to lock it in somehow, and right now, Xmithie's doing a freaking glorious job of doing that. I have nothing but respect for how well this Nunu's playing. Sightstone picked up at 5:45 into the game. He's ready to keep the ward control on. Porpoise Pops is not going to have nearly that same gank pressure he did the first time around.
Yeah. So here's the thing, though, is because of the lane...
Oh, that binding, though.
I was talking about this earlier. Because of the lane swap, if this stays until level 6, it makes it so easy for a teammate to get what they want. You use your Destiny Gate bottom, get the kill, go do Dragon. Because normally you'd have to guess Destiny Gate top to get the kill onto Baby Zeus.
Oh, Latman, he ate a little bit late, and the binding canceled it out.
Cali Troll's getting ganked, though.
All right, here we go with Xmithie, but the thing is, there's no good follow-up. I mean, this is such a low CC lane. What Nunu does in this is he can let the push come through and let a recall come out for Mundo, but there's almost no way you get kills with this.
Yeah, the wave clear is really low from Nunu. He doesn't assist in that. Basically have Mundo use Burning Agony to clear it and give him the time to do that. But otherwise, not that great. But now that he's putting pressure on the bottom, it frees up Porpoise Pops to actually do something in his jungle.
Finally, he gets to kill some camps.
I know.
Peace and quiet with his Spirit Stone and slowly trying to scale up. He's already bought 2 wards on top of that as well. Actually, very low total money on Porpoise Pops. 0 combat stats actually at all.
Yeah.
Which is pretty relevant, to be honest.
Same time, Xmithie, he does have HP, and he has the Sight Stone, the other stone, going for himself right now.
At least that has health on it.
Yeah.
Just had to watch the last hitting. Good job, Slushie. You made it happen, Kenny.
Well, he's 11 behind right now.
Yep.
Kenny is pushing him in constantly.
It's not a good lane for TF.
It's a setup for the Dragon. They actually swapped the lanes.
Here we go. Yep, Kale and Mundo both going over there. They do have their teleports available. Smithy kills off the ward that Dodo just put down. He had to buy that. Oh, no, that was Trinket, but he has to buy all the wards he does buy right now, though. No Sightstone. Good Valkyrie.
2 feet.
Good enough. It's all Yordles have, okay? They only have 2 feet.
Yeah, they aren't arachnids.
They are not, nor are they insects.
I mean, you could call him an insect if you really want to insult him.
No. Why would you do that? Yordles are amazing. Yordles are amazing. You back off. Any Gnar fans in the house? Yordles are awesome. Back off, Zirene.
I'm talking about Teemo.
He is glorious
Teemo.
and the best champion in the game.
No.
You're wrong.
No. This one I'm not wrong on.
No, you are wrong.
No, I am not wrong on this one.
I mean, like, maybe Gnar passes him, but, like, top 2 easily. You
anyway,
back off.
Speaking of top 2, these teams are looking to fight to see who gets top 4, and then top 2.
I thought you were going to go for a top lane reference.
Nope.
With Baby Zeus and Calitrolls being the top 2 in this game.
Nope.
Because that would have been a way better segue.
No, I think this one gets us back into the stakes of the game.
True. Well, Calitrolls right now trying to do it again to bully him out to get himself into that semifinal match. 67-45 in CS. This duo lane still matching as better for this Caitlyn. You're seeing better combat stats, double Dorms plus pickaxe, Smithy.
Oh my god, are they getting the red over to Kenny?
Yeah. Have fun being Slushie right now. Life is pain. Down 11 CS and now a red buff opponent. Just goes in for that one, but suddenly a Porpoise Pops appears. Olsen then flashes, but he pushes them the wrong way. Flash gold card. There's the absolute zero, but First Blood still comes through to Porpoise Pops. Now Smithy is really going to get a double kill right now.
He flashed away. Here comes Calitrolls.
Oh, that's slow. It is going to be enough, but 10Q is around. Dodge the hook. Baby Zeus shows up. Oh, the intervention is there, but Porpoise Pop's still going to go down. Baby Zeus gets that one. Forces the flash away from Calitrolls. XDG gets the best fight.
Wow, that was really big for XDG, but I don't know if they're going to be able to capitalize off of it in any meaningful way like a Dragon. Instead, they're just going to get some waves pushed out here, and it's going to actually bring the rest of Team 8 to the mid lane.
They're going to hold the minions for now. Nothing else going to be really picked up for this one as minions get traded back and forth, but ultimately it means XDG do get to hold a little bit of a minion lead. Thing is, Tristana's winning the mid lane, Caitlyn was winning the bot lane, but Kale was wrecking Dr. Mundo top.
Yeah, that's how that matchup goes every time.
Yep.
There's no way that's not going to go in your favor unless you get ganked really hard. Porpoise Pops, he did know that Kenny was going to make a move as soon as he came back to lane, though. That was really good by him to just hang around there. But he does end up getting himself and Slushie killed for only 1.
And that's a good thing for XDG. They're doing this quite nicely. Smithy doing a wonderful thing. Almost got his Golem Spirit as well, so he's scaling up quite nicely. Lucidel, they're not too far from done, but he's down a Spirit Stone on Porpoise Pop, so you can't say he's doing wonderful just yet. Latman 10Q still chilling around.
Oh. Speaking of chilling around, Porpoise Pops.
But look at
that bush.
Look at the instincts of 10Q though. It's multiple times now we've seen the ward go down in the brush. 30 seconds to 10 seconds before the Kha'Zix shows up and says, "Yeah, you're not ganking this."
Oh, Slushie. Ooh, putting the hurt on Kenny a bit. It's a back and forth here. All the lanes pretty much hang out at about half HP except for that top lane.
Great bindings though.
Ooh, yeah, Dodo's
landed so many.
He's doing a fantastic job on that champion. This is the second time we've ever seen him on it in the Challenger Series so far in Summer Series 2.
Yeah, and he played Nami for the first time last game.
Yep.
And he's just like, you know what? I'm just going to play caster supports this game.
They're trying a lot of different things.
They really are. They really are, yeah.
The expansion, because I think they can do what they were doing before. It's like, I can play a lane bully as Maple Street. I can play, a carry top laner as Calitrolls, but they don't mix up everything at once. Because right now, it's carry top laner, it's Maple on a lane bully, and then Dodo is now doing a mage type CC long range as opposed to putting himself at risk.
There's a bit of a new look. Porpoise Pop's not in a good spot. Has to jump away from this one, but it's Smithy gonna grab the blue buff for himself and honor the blue card picked up. Porpoise Pops does go down to Kenny. Flash engage for Dodo, but guess what? Rocket Jump got reset. Waste of flash from Dodo, and Kenny gets that with the kill.
The blue card from Slushie didn't interrupt the absolute zero.
He didn't hit anyone with it, though. Porpoise Pops jumped away.
His first one. Because the absolute zero was being channeled by Smithy, and he threw out a blue card at him.
Yeah, I just mean the ulti, though, didn't do any damage, so it was actually better he didn't.
Oh, yeah.
He was letting him miss the channel.
Okay.
That was on purpose. Good job, Slushy.
It was on purpose? No, it wasn't.
No, it was on Smithy. Come on, man. No, that was good. I like that.
It wasn't on purpose because he got out of there.
Yeah. The
hook
comes in. Black Shield is on, though, which means TenQ goes a little bit hard. Ignite is on, and some good damage dealt back. Forced away.
Yeah, it's going to give them some turret damage from teammate side. The jungler, Smithy, he's half HP. He has to back now. And so does this bot lane. So teammate, they can actually leverage this and possibly get this turret, this rotation.
If they want it, they can kill this thing off. They got to go back for items pretty soon, but
there's
going to be Latman with a BF sword, so he will be powerful. And the thing is, I guess, yeah, Dragon is down, so there's really no downside to teammate staying for this one. Normally, if Dragon was up, XDG would get Dragon for this turret kill.
I saw this build order in China as well, where on the Corki, instead of completing the phage, you get the second crystal. You get the sapphire crystal.
It might be a money thing.
Crystals.
There's 190 gold difference between sapphire crystal and phage completion.
Yeah.
I would otherwise take the 10 AD and 50 health, 75 health, I think, of phage completion.
Pretty crazy, but it also helps him out in the mana department too.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, 200 mana is actually really useful.
And he completes both at the same time, so.
Yeah, so now he's good and gets a dagger, so he's happy. Yeah, my theory is that it's not necessarily on purpose. It's I had to recall now.
Yeah, it's probably gold.
And you just go for components. Those are the 3 best component items you can buy at that stage.
Yeah, because you want to work towards that sheen, but the amplifying tome's not going to help you.
Yeah, this is not going to do much. 200 mana is actually pretty massive. It's more than 2 phospho bombs. Well, Pink Ward is inferred at this point. Smithy knows about it. Pings it. He has Pink Ward over there. Let him know. Otherwise, the game is, again, fairly slow. It's much like game 1. XDG do still look pretty good early game. They're winning in different places here, but it's still mostly Kenny looking amazing. And then...
Wow, crit.
Jeez.
Is he going to dive?
That'd be a little bit ham.
It's Kenny.
Yeah, that's true. But so far, no.
And they're going to instead just push him off the turret. Have the Nunu show up.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Again, that's Nunu jungle, is you're a counter ganker and an objective ganker. You're like, this turret should go down. I'm going to show up and be a body.
It's going to allow Kenny to actually finish the IE. Oh, sorry, the IE later. Sorry, I was looking at Caitlyn's items. And I was like, wait, what? Why he's rushing?
Right, you're seeing 80 carry, and you're like, I don't understand.
Because he should be in the mid lane.
Cali Trolls, who does dodge the cleaver, but the Ice Blast will also be flashed away from, so he's going to stay safe. But Smithy's like, hey guys, we can shut this top lane turret now too. React to me, I dare you.
Yeah, I saw the static Shiv go off, and I'm like, no, he has Shiv. That's not his items.
That's true. Oh, the flash hook into a black shield, but still goes in anyway. There is the box of Flay is there if he wants it. In goes Kenny. Black shield, intervention used. Dodo is still going to go down for this one, though. Great hook by TenQ, making that one happen.
Keeps them there a long time. Maple Street is still pushing that bot lane, and now Latman has to show up and try to deal with this, but he has less combat stats at the moment, and he doesn't have a heal summoner spell. So the duel one-on-one would usually go in Maple Street's favor here.
But he did just grab a red buff for himself in that bottom jungle. So Latman's still going to be fairly powerful. Poros Pop has his own. Smithy holds the mid lane. So XDG, they're saying, all right, we are more powerful now. Our item spec's starting to come in. Let's push the mid lane down. Let's push the top lane down. Every single time, teammates are just not able to deal with it, and it's pushing a nice gold lead in time for the Dragon respawn.
Yeah, now Maple Street trying to push out.
You can see how much respect he has to give. If Corki ever screws up, he dies to Caitlyn.
Yep. The range advantage if he throws down a trap and accidentally steps on it, he's done for.
Just auto attack Q is going to put him at 300, and then you net backwards and ulti kills him.
He already used his ulti.
Oh, true. Yeah, that's why he was low in the first place. You're right. But even still, like, just the chance of getting chased down through the net and through the red buff, like, there's not much he can gain.
Speaking of getting chased down.
Yep.
Dragon up in 1:45. The team's putting down the ward coverage that they need in this area. Porpoise Pop's hanging off on the side. He's trying to... There's a trap there. He might actually jump onto it.
Nelson jumps right on in. Good damage comes out. Porpoise Pop though does not have a way to jump back in.
Though.
Cleanse was used to break the slows just in case from Latman.
Yeah, I saw that he had cleanse at the start of the game, most likely for the bindings and
the
on
TF.
Top of it, the TF. But no. And also, speaking of TF, TF ganks haven't been happening.
That's true. He did invest in Moby Boots, though. They've not paid off yet, though.
Here's the thing, though, is his mid-turret got pushed down so fast, and we always talk about it as a twisted fate. When your mid-turret goes down, it is so hard for you to roam.
Yeah.
And get to those side lanes. It's much harder.
To be honest, I really like Trist as a sort of low, like, small-scale counter-pick to Twisted Fate. Because I don't think he does crush that back line very well. It's something I've been mulling over in my head. I don't think it's like strategically a weak point to be Tristana. And the fact that you do have such lane pressure, and yet you're also safe against gold card ganks, because Rocket Jump just goes so darn far.
And you can go through it.
Yeah, you basically buffer it against the gold cards, so you actually lose most of the stun duration.
You go flying as you're stunned.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm out of here.
And so, I mean, you can lose some health sometimes, but you're still a Doran's Blade sustain champion, so I think it's a great pick overall, something I actually expect to see more. I actually really like Trist against TF.
They picked it into it, though. They could have known.
Yeah, it was a last pick TF.
Yeah. Because the KO was already locked in. They saw that it was the double AD.
I don't think...
But he...
Yeah, KO could actually handle Trist, I think.
The range disparity at the start.
Early game is not too bad, and you're basically going to guaranteed land a Q and some autos. I don't know. I could see it going badly.
Yeah.
I just haven't played it. I could really see it going Trist way.
I don't know who has. Oh my god, the crits.
Kenny,
Does he get it?
ulti, E damage is enough. Gold card comes in. Kenny, do it. Do it. Jump forward. Pansy.
Kenny's not going to fall for that. He's a sensible man.
Okay.
Doesn't go that hard.
Sure.
He's no Stixay.
Hey, man. Stixay got an unofficial pentakill last game, all right? I don't want to hear it.
Ridiculous.
That guy did great.
Yeah, the fact that he crit that first shot, Static Shiv, when it got changed a bit, I mean, it'll only crit if your hit crits.
Yep.
So, boom. Hits him, starts off with about a 400 damage burst off the crit, and then the Static Shiv. Ugh.
It's about 500 before resists.
Yeah.
Actually, 580. Looking at his AD right now. Down goes the Dragon. And it's now a 4,000 gold lead for XDG. They are playing a completely controlled game, which is what you expect with a double AD comp and a new jungle. Exactly the right kind of gameplay here. Teammate have not found a way in. I don't even remember seeing a Destiny all game.
Yeah, the Moby boots are going to be a little strange and not worth it. But we'll have to see what they do with it. The
Flay lands on 10Q, gets a black shield, though. Good burst comes out. 10Q goes down. Calitrol self-cast the ulti just to be safe. That was not what you wanted as Thresh.
Yeah, they picked off.
Heal still.
Ooh. And Flash. Like, he's able to get away from it, but they didn't just acknowledge the damage from Calitrolls off on the right-hand side. He was kind of sitting there being Kale. It was like, where's the stamps go? Oh my god, I'm dead.
Yep. Painful things have happened now, and Team 8 maybe getting their way back into this game, down closer to 3,000 gold here. Smithy going to spot Calitrolls and say, you know what, that's a red buff. Flash ulti for Dodo. Now can he stay in range? Gets the heal from the Kale to speed up. In comes TF as well. Slushie claims the kill like it was his idea the whole time.
Cali flashed at the end.
Wow. That is an investment there. I don't know if he needed a flash for that one, but...
No, he did not.
He did not, actually.
I can just flat out say he did not need
You did not need a flash for that one. But it does mean Teammate have now picked up a couple kills in a row and maybe got some control back in this game, which they've desperately needed.
And they're going to go straight after this top lane turret. Mundo is there. Thresh is trying to reinforce this, but it's just Cali pushing it, and he has no mana available.
All right, so maybe not too much picked up. It's going to be Mundo healing it, or sorry, holding it, and staying just fine there in the top lane. Slushie now joining the team. Deathcap coming up soon. Should up his wave clear significantly, which is actually one thing that will hurt XDG quite a lot. Is one of their best ways to win this game outside of their default objective control is sieging turrets. You have Caitlyn and Tristana, the literal two best turret killers in the game. Maybe Ziggs, but as far as the marksman roll, those are literally the two best turret killers.
80 Ziggs, make it happen.
I just mean Ziggs in general. Like, that passive is so strong.
Anything with Lich Bane.
That's true.
He will just destroy turrets.
TF and Ziggs are high-tier turret killers as well.
Yeah. But anyway.
But yeah, so TF basically one-shots minion waves now, aside from the cannon minions. So you don't have that game plan anymore, because you don't have direct diving. Mundo walks at you, Nunu walks at you. All of XDG's moves are very obvious and telegraphed. There's nothing surprising about XDG, well, except for Kenny's rocket jumps. Those are going to be weird.
It's a lack of gap closers.
Right, exactly. And so this allows teammate to see everything coming, and they have the edge of making tricky moves. Oh, he got spotted.
Yep.
And so if you can wave clear the very obvious sieges, you don't have a lot of offensive plays. It's like all about Baron baits at that point.
Yeah, they're not going to catch you off guard.
One long-range CC and a Thresh hook, which not even that good either.
Porpoise pops. Has his claws evolved again. Went for the same maxing and leveling route as well as evolving. Latman though. Playing a little far up. Oh, the trap. Step on trap. Break your mother's back.
Aww.
Yep.
Ulti again, though. Who can they find? Well, a Lantern. Woo! And now Smithy going to be walking away as fast as he can.
Kali's going hard.
Kali Trolls, though. Good damage popped on the Kale. Look at that. Kenny knew he's going to ult himself. Backs off. Doesn't even waste an auto attack. Slushie going to take some pain. And Kenny is around. Some cards come out, but he misses the Q. Low health on Slushie. Chase still coming down on the top side of the map. This is not good for Kale. And down goes Kali Trolls. Kenny now on the chase, but Latman is in the wrong side of the fight. He limped into the wrong place, but Kenny gets a double kill for himself, and it's still a 2-for-1 for XDG.
And it looks like they're actually going to try to find the blue buff still. But mid lane turret is being pushed down by XDG.
Well, that will be a blue buff picked up by Team 8, but that pickoff, the attempted TF gank, just did not work properly. The Thresh Hook forcing the early Kale ultimate, the re-hook taking him down. Great stuff, XDG.
Yeah, really, really good strategy there. Will they go for a Baron? Doesn't look like it. They clear it out. No, they're going to pull a Void Boy. Is that what it is? No? Nope.
They're just getting ward coverage.
They're just going to completely back. All right, good.
Did I make sure there's wards for when they recall so they can come back and make sure it didn't get like snuck or anything?
I was like, man, that's going to force Team 8 to face check this, though. If Porpoise pops, he's going to have to look at it at some point. And they do send Dodo to put a ward on it. And it's like, it's safe. It's safe. Everybody was ready to collapse, though.
Everybody was kung fu fighting. It's not how that song goes.
Those cats were fast as lightning?
Something like that. Yeah. I don't think... Maybe that is actually the background.
Wow. Wow.
You got the lyrics right.
I'm almost positive.
No, wait, it's kicks. I'm pretty sure.
Those kicks?
Those kicks are fast as lightning.
Maybe.
You know, I don't even know anymore.
Misheard lyrics.
There's a lot of those. My sister kept saying it was kids are fast as lightning. I'm like, there's no way. We're not in Karate Kid right now. It's not how this one's working. So XDG, let's see what we got here, man. A 4,000-ish gold lead. They have been in control. Honestly, the playmaking from Team 8 just has not been on point for these guys. Their bot lane actually got outplayed by the Caitlyn of Latman and the great Thresh play of 10Q. And it really hasn't been working. Slushie, though, wants his bot lane. Latman actually pushing a little bit too much, so he's going to get found out by this Twisted Fate. In comes Kha'Zix as well, and that was a pretty simple kill picked up. Latman's got to respect that TF a bit more.
Wow, so the Twisted Fate actually coming up big there finally.
Yeah.
Because it has been a while. He used it, like that's maybe his second or third of the game, but his second successful one.
Oh, Kenny. Wow, the engage for Kenny, though, wants that one. He's going to get Dodo pretty cleanly. But no, I take it back, because Porpoise Pops is carrying this team as best he can. 4 kills now.
Doesn't need to evolve his W, because he has perfect accuracy on that mid-jump on the Tristana. He got hooked on the end of it, too. And that's going to be really big, because now they can go ahead and go straight for this dragon, because it is 2-1 in the overall.
Wow, that was absolutely massive. Latman split pushing without his summoner spells up. Slushie making that kill. Porpoise Pops turning the mid lane around. Dragon comes through, and we're now at a 1,500 gold game. That was big for Team 8.
They need to get back into it and not let this double AD composition get away from them, because they aren't going to have a genuine armor tank anytime in the near future. Maybe Kha'Zix eventually will get there, but in the mid game, it's just a definite no. You have to survive this part of the game.
Yeah.
To even contest them later.
Oh, sure. Yeah, you've got to get through this. And, I mean, if a double AD comp actually starts beating you up really hard early on, I mean, they do have some of that mid-game sieging power at 1.5 items and whatnot, but, like, this is the stage of the game where you darn well better be doing a good job against these not quite power-spiked ADs.
Look at that. Maple Street, a little bit behind in levels on Kenny, who's 15, and Latman, who's 13. So Kenny, once again, having a great game on Tristana. Highest farm in the game, highest kill participation in the game. He's just massive.
Kenny is doing amazing this series. He is absolutely playing phenomenal. Problem is
on
just
mid lane Tristana.
Yeah,
he's a
crushing.
top laner.
Yep.
He's registered top laner.
Wrong lane, wrong champion. Best in the game.
Yep.
I Kenny you. There you go.
There's a reason he's so high and so low Q, because he knows how to not just play one thing. Get into a lobby and he'll be like, I'll play whatever. Nope. I'll main Phil for a bit.
Why not?
See what he feels like playing.
All right, now 1,500 gold. Smithy sees Slushie. And teammate knows that brush is still clear of wards. They're safe on this one, but You slowed down a little bit more. Calitrolls wants to get ward control over Baron himself. So far, so good. XDG goes back and says, don't you dare, we want these. Sweeper works just fine.
Oh, and just put it out there, Kenny's number 3 in Challenger.
Yes, he is.
But can he avoid ganks from the Twisted Fate? No Zhonya's yet. And it doesn't even look like he's on his way to building it. It looks like the Void Staff is next.
Okay, just wants the damage output. Doesn't want to necessarily hard engage, but does want to get the damage output when he can find it. I just heard a TP come through. Dodo just completely goes down. That is not a good thing. Calitrolls is not around to ult him. And that's a bad sign for teammate now. 4v5, XDG. All they want to do is siege. And they can do that if they want to.
And they might actually make a move for the Baron here. They have the Nunu. They have sweepers and ward coverage. They might just make picks, but they also have double AD. Shreds it so quickly.
And this is going to be dropping incredibly, incredibly fast. Team 8, though, looking like they want to defend that anyway. They say, well, not in that brush. It is going to be gone by the time they show up. There's no one in that brush. There's the Tristana shooting it down. Baron picked up in that hook on a Porpoise Pop. Gets the ulti from Kale, but this could still be bad. Absolute Zero pops some good damage from Slushy, but he's still taking crits to the face. Blue Trinket pop. That is a kill picked up by Latman. The chase by Baby Zeus. Calitrolls goes down as well, and now it's only Maple Street and Porpoise Pop's trying to run away. Dodo comes back in for this one, binding on
Smithy. The red buff.
Kenny with the red buff doing some decent damage here. Dodo still trying to get away, but Kenny is not done. There's the crit, 393 damage. Now Maple in a bit of a duel, but he is down in items. Another double kill for iKennyU. 13-6, and XDG are in complete control right now.
That's all you need is just Kenny to be fed, and he will carry this game 9-2 and 3. Is ridiculous on the Tristana, and the fact that they don't have a real tank on Team 8 is just hurting them so much in these fights.
They just can't find the right types of battles. They had to be tricky to do anything, and none of it really worked out here. Now on to Nexus turret number 1. Only Porpoise Pop's alive. Now comes Slushy. Can this be the game-winning push? Flashes in, looks for 10Q, can't find it. He goes down by himself, doesn't get a thing done, and one turret falls.
Wow, one Nexus turret down, 8,000 gold lead for XDG, just blown up. They got themselves a pick, they got the Baron, then they come back, they get turrets, and a good team fight off the back of it. The lack of vision definitely hurt them here, and the vision advantage allowed them to get the hook on Porpoise Pops to start that fight off right, get Slushy off on the side. Both AD carries are focusing him. He goes immediately down so that Kenny can get the resets, and this red comes up huge. The binding actually hits Smithy here, so it doesn't hit Kenny and stop him at all. So he's able to keep this up. He gets the heal from Thresh to continue the pursuit. Actually, that's his own heal there. Thresh used his previously to start the
No, he's... Yeah, you're right, sorry. Yeah.
I mean...
and Blood Boil helps a lot, too.
Exactly. They're both very, very fast, able to close that distance. Seen Nunus today coming up really big.
And they're doing great work there. 2-1 on Tenant Smith. He's doing pretty well for himself on top of this one. And Team 8 now, they're looking pretty grim now in this game too. Thankfully, they did win game 1, so they're not out just yet. But XDG, backs against the wall. They need to win this and the next game to keep their hopes alive. Kenny putting all of those hopes on his back. And despite being a little yordle, that back is pretty strong.
Yeah, it's holding a rocket on it.
It's true.
Usually it holds all the ammo, but...
just one rocket for this one. It's all he needs.
One shot.
Well, multiple shots.
No, just one.
No, he's shooting a lot of. He's shooting a lot of rockets.
Just one shot.
There's way more than one.
You got one shot, Kenny, to make it to the LCS.
Well,
boom.
He kind of had 2. He already lost the first one.
That's
still trying.
He's got one shot.
Nope.
Left.
No, that's not true. He just shot 3 more. Okay. That one I'll give you. Finally, it took you 17 tries, but you got there. Good job, Zirene.
They continue to push up this bottom lane. Like you said, it looks extremely grim for Team 8. And the thing is, if they make it to go to a game 3, will we see the Trist ban?
I think you have to.
Yes.
I 100% think you have to ban Tristana right now. I think they should have realized it in game 1 when Kenny was destroying. But you definitely do it now.
This is being sieged up. I mean, there is a lot of damage here, but Smithy and Baby Zeus are just so tanky at this point in the game. It is so hard to get through them and get to that back line.
And here we go. Down goes the turret, 32 minutes in. Mid inhibitor already gone, one next turret gone as well, and there's the second inhibitor picked up. XDG looking to make it 1-1 right here, and they are very far ahead in this game. They have scaled up quite nicely. KennyU already at 4 big items, plus the Zerker Greaves can kill anyone on that map. The Mundo is tanky enough. He's even 2-0-4, much better game than last time around.
Oh yeah. Didn't get camped this time. really didn't get off the ground because Xmithy bullying around Porpoise Pops. He didn't have early game pressure.
Here's the attempt there. Binding gonna hit a minion, nothing too big there. But now goes Nexus turret number 2. The hook
It's
in
now
on the Porpoise
or
Pops.
never.
Baby Zeus low on health. Kale ulti pop the disengage. That's not what they wanted. Cali Trolls one hit from dead. Ice Blast picks it up, and the turret goes down as well. 2 for 0. Now the push onto Porpoise Pops. This will be the game. XDG pulling it to a game 3. Only one of these teams can move into the semifinals. We're going to find out in game 3 here, because XDG, especially ICANN.EU, making that game look pretty darn good.
Oh yeah. 11, 2, and 5.